Hey, Victoria here from Victoria Friendly Wolf Quilts. I wanted to do a quick video for you showing my little snack sets and why they're so stinking cute and you can't just make one, okay? So I've had some questions. There seems to be a lot of people out there who've never used a quilt template before. So let's look at how do you cut these and ease of construction for piecing, because these are very easy to piece, okay? So for starters, we always have a lot of options in rotary cutters. We have the big guy that likes to cut big long cuts of fabric. We have the little itty bitty one, which might be good for this. My preference on any acrylic template is using a 28mm rotary cutter. It hugs and stays closest to the depth of the template, and I find that I get good accuracy if I use this size. So look for a 28mm for cutting on any of your acrylic templates, whether big ones, large ones, or these small little snack sets, okay? So I'm cutting 2 layers at a time right here. I'm using the outside of the template. The inside of the template is used for hand patchwork, which I'm going to show you in another video. But for this one today, I'm going to just hold it carefully and I'm going to cut a few sides, then I'll readjust and I'll cut the other sides, keeping the blade closest to the side of the template. So accuracy in cutting is also important because the templates are already designed to give you the easiest way in which to piece these blocks. And I'm going to explain that to you as soon as I get this little guy cut out. You see that I can move him around, and there I have my pieces. I've got 2 of them cut out already. And I'm going to do the same thing on this little folded piece of fabric, and I'm going to cut 4 layers of fabric. I can do that. Okay. I'm cutting one side first. You'll notice on some of these templates the little dog ears are already cut. We want that, and we want to cut that accurately. So I'm just moving my little fingers around. I can rotate the entire block. And I want that little dog ear because that's what's going to give me the best and ease of construction. Okay, so I've got 4 little triangles there. And now let me show you. So here's our main piece, which is where we would be sewing 2 of these little triangles on the side, this way. When we put them right sides together to sew our 1/4 inch, there's where that dog ear makes a giant difference, okay? That lines up perfectly with the house side on that side. So now I can sew my perfect 1/4 inch seam. I'm going to take both of my pieces and I'm going to head to the sewing machine quickly just to show you that if you're not familiar where to sew a 1/4 inch seam, you should take a couple test runs on your machine and actually measure it and see how close is your machine and how close are you at sewing a 1/4 inch, because that makes a big difference when you're sewing with templates. In any construction, you should always be looking at your 1/4 inch seam, okay? A nice straight seam means when I fold that over, the piece is going to give you a nice straight edge on that side. So again, I'm going to do the same thing here, right sides together. Now I'm going to sew my 1/4 inch. I am back stitching at the beginning and the end because I don't like it when my little seams start pulling apart. That just creates more work for myself. Okay, so I'll look at the block here one more time. So here's my little parts. I've used different white backgrounds because I like mine to be scrappy. I'm okay with that. Now again, when we lay these parts right sides together, that's where that dog ear lines up once again. Then I can pin at my seam intersections and I can see exactly again on this side where it lines up for me to sew my 1/4 inch. One last tip, when I pin through at a 1/4 inch through the first seam and a 1/4 inch through this second seam, knowing that when I sew, I'm going to check, am I still sewing a 1/4 inch? And if I pin that where it's supposed to live, when I sew it, they're going to match up perfectly. Okay, so those are your tips for piecing these cute little snack sets. They're not hard to piece, but you do have to get used to cutting with templates if that's something that's new to you. Now come back to the next video or visit vfwquilts.com where you can pick up the snack set and the variety pack or any of the other templates that I carry in my shop. But come back and I'll teach you how to do hand patchwork. Have a good day.